Hello everybody, we're going to be doing some Castlevania Symphony of the Night, but this will be the Sega Saturn version. So this will have some differences than the other versions. This will have more enemies, more areas, some extra relics, and everything. Now, since this is a different version, the Sega Saturn version does not quite run as smoothly as the others, so I do warn everybody now that there could be, some times where the music's not going to come in as good, or, we'll have some times where it loads really slow, but it does work. I have played through it and tried out to see everything for myself, so but without further ado, we'll get started here. Now, there's a lot of this that's going to be in Japanese because the Sega Saturn version was only released over in Japan. But some of the stuff is in English, luckily, to get you by. Like I said, I did play through it before, and I did start another file. A neat thing about the Sega Saturn version, oh, I forgot the actual naming is in English. That's good. So we're just gonna put in wrong button. Nope. Nope. But there we go. Yeah, the configuration's a little bit different to get used to for here for buttons. So put in odd as our name. And with the Sega Saturn version, you can actually choose what character you play as right from the beginning. You don't even have to unlock them. So you can be able to play as Richter and Maria, and of course the standard Alucard. So for now, we're going to do the story with Alucard, and then later on, we'll eventually show off Richter mode and Maria mode. But for tonight, we will go with the good old Alucard. And we will show off all the cutscenes and stuff. The audio will be in Japanese, so I can briefly explain what's going on after the cutscenes. And you still get to play with the loading screen. Always fun. And of course, you still get to control Richter right at the beginning. Oh, that's different. They actually use the normal hearts for what you do in game for that. Because if you play the regular PlayStation version, the hearts are actually the classic Super Nintendo sprites for this segment.
滅びよここはお前の住む世界ではない。私は自らの力で蘇るのではない。欲深な人間どもによって蘇るのだ。力が唯一の正義なのだからな。それはお前の勝手な言い草だ。人々は同じ信念のもとで求め合い、集い、そして歩んでいく。だが現に人間どもは欲望によって発展し、 信仰によって統率されてきたではないか。人間は力だけでは統率できない。敬い、慈しむ心があるからこそ統率ができるのだ。くだらん。どちらが正しいか、死をもって分からせてやる。
Alright, so basically we got good old Richter Belmont versus Dracula. They're basically doing their monologues against each other. Oh boy. I forgot how... Nope. Do... Nope. Item crash is a different button on Sega Saturn. It's not normal. Is it this? Got it. There we go. So used to playing PlayStation version, forgot how to actually do stuff. It's okay. We got him. Still didn't get hit, I don't think, or maybe I got smacked slightly. Yeah, so basically, Richter disappears mysteriously, and then Alucard's going to go after the castle appearing. Maria is also going to be there looking for Richter disappearing. And Shaft, who was from the previous Castlevania, is responsible for bringing back the castle and causing all this shenanigans to start. That's the gist of it. 100年に一度しか蘇るはずのないドラキュラ城が突然と姿を現したのだ。時を同じ一人の男にも異変が起きていた。彼の名はアルカー。かつてラルフ・シー・デルモンドと共に父であるドラキュラを滅ぼした男だ。彼は自分の呪われた地を断つために自らその能力を封印し、覚めることのない眠りについたはずだ。だがその眠りは妨げられ、汚らしいふるさとが復活したことを知った。そして今さまざまな思いを抱く宿命の魂がドラキュラ城に集う。闇に浮かぶ月だけが真実を知るのだ。All right. So a few differences, of course, is going to be in Japanese, and also you can notice when they do the cutscenes when they're talking, it's not quite as nice for the background, like the blue layer, and it's not fully at the top, which could have been done a little bit nicer. As you can see, our little status bar up at the top there, the magic looks a little bit different, where it actually has little markings to kind of show you how much to judge how much you have left. So that's kind of neat to have the markings in there, but it just kind of flashes. I think the PlayStation version looks a little bit nicer with kind of like the blue, almost like a lightning effect to it. But yeah, other than that, not too much different. Now you'll notice some of the animations will be different for like deaths and like spells and stuff like that, which as we go through you'll notice a lot of those. like flame effects and stuff are going to be a little bit more similar to the old Super Nintendo game that came previously in the story of this one. The regular Dracula X. So you already might be noticing that it is running slower. The Sega Saturn version does not run quite as smooth as the PlayStation version, but it won't be so bad in certain areas. In the beginning, where you have a lot going on with the lightning effects in the background and stuff, where it's doing a lot of different things, that's when it's going to have the most lag issues. So, probably only run into problems when we're at the entrance rooms like that, or the outer wall if it happens to be like foggy or raining. Other than that, shouldn't be too bad. So some money. Alright, as in normal fashion, we just got robbed of all of our good equipment, which... Let's take a look. Did I get any... Nope, wrong button. Bear with me, the controls are a little bit different than what I'm used to. Alright, so I did manage to earn the extra food and stuff. Another major difference with the Sega Saturn version, you can see there's 3 hand slots. The third one is actually for consumables, which you have a separate button in order to use, like potions and food, stuff like that. So they did incorporate that, so that's a nice feature. And then otherwise you have your regular equipment slots, your head, your main body. These will be your cloaks and 2 accessories, which I believe in the PlayStation version they actually did have different symbols for those instead of just like the body like that. But yeah, that's how that's gonna look. And then everything else is, that's the spells. I haven't cast the spell yet. Then you got your relics, which there will be more relics. And then we got our regular system menu, which that's for time attack. This is for window color. Button configuration, and we'll unlock the other ones as we go. And then familiars, which we don't have any of yet. So yeah, as you can see, the menu, they do utilize some stuff in English, which is nice, but some of it won't be able to figure out. Good thing is that I do know the game very well, so in order to figure out what items that we're using, I do recognize what most of the icons look like in order to figure out what I'll be using, so the main things will be easy to tell. The only thing that I'll have trouble with, there are some icons that are the same, like the meal ticket and library card. If you are playing this version and want to be able to tell them apart, what I'm going to do is Google Translate's a free program, and it has a camera mode. Basically, make sure you have it set to Japanese, to whatever language you're more comfortable with. Me, it'll be English. Hold it up and it will auto-translate it for you. It's not always 100% accurate, but it's usually enough to be able to figure out which one's the one for food and which one goes back to the library at that point. I forget what the text says. Once I get there to that point, I can try and hold it up. And sometimes it kind of it's not perfect, so sometimes it even changes the actual translation sometimes. There we go. I do like how Summon Spirit looks on the Sega Saturn version versus PlayStation. As you can see, it's kind of like a more of a bluish flame instead of like a grayish flame as it was before. So that one I do actually like better how it looks on this version. So let's go ahead and do our first save file. Alright, we did pick up a sword. Now, another major difference with this version, in order to access your map, you actually do need to pull up your menu first, and then it's going to be the same button as, I want to say it's bat form, which for me, how I have it set up, as my L button, so in order to pull up your map. So it is very different. It's not like you just have a separate map button. You do need to actually pull up your menu first, and then you just hit it again to go back to menu. So that is a big difference. I had to go and look that up, how to actually pull up the map in the Sega Saturn version. It's not like PlayStation where, oh, I just push select to pull up map. No, it is not. Alright, we got ourselves the Cubizo, so now we can collect hearts. And we still don't have a shield yet. It's okay. This will be easier because we know where all the items are, so we're not doing a randomized version. Yeah, I have been looking into it. I have not found anybody to do a Sega Saturn version item randomizer yet. I really hope they do, because it'd be nice with the extra weapons and relics and stuff. To me, this is like the full item set, but it'd be nice if they could do like a combination, like have it still kind of run like the PlayStation version as far as speed and most of the graphic wise. Left, right, up, down. Oh, for the Summon Spirit? Yeah, I think that's the combination. Yeah, that's the combination for Summon Spirit. And welcome to the stream there. Yeah, I do know how to do Summon Spirit and Hellfire. If I get that right. I might not have enough MP for that right now. Hey Army, how's it going? Lurking while you're playing? All good, all good. Go reveal the save room that I always forget to reveal half the time. It's nice to have a save room there, I guess, but I like never use that save room ever. It's not hard to make it to the first major save room. Hey Umi! Well, water horrors. I don't know why, it's always more natural for me to say Umi instead. Thanks for the lurks, you two. Some extra life, that'll be helpful. Did I put my shield on yet? No, I didn't. Let me put the shield on. That way, go right after the boss once I get to him. I picked up some armor. Alright. Nope, wrong button. I'm so used to my regular PlayStation controls. So weird and different. There we go. Yeah, a lot of the cancel and confirms on this are changed around from what I'm used to, so might see me accepting and declining a little bit differently until I get used to it again. I believe that was a thunder resist there. Ah, timed that wrong. And the first simple little puzzle to do. Gotta go for the extra experience. Alright. There we go, our first cloak. Put that on. Cloth cloak. And with this being the Sega Saturn version, there will be some extra armors, oh, not armors, but there is extra cloaks, there is extra weapons, and a few items as well. I don't believe there's extra armors per se. I could be wrong. I know there's an extra shield. I think it's like 2 extra cloaks. At least one. I'm gonna say there's 2. And definitely have a few extra weapons and relics, which I will point them out as we come across them. There we go. Yeah, as you can see, the level up and getting like life max and heart maxes are a little bit different. Hope. Already messing up the accept thing again. Are gonna look a little bit different. So yeah, I do prefer how those look in the regular PlayStation versions, but. Yeah, and we'll show off the Hellfire spell during the boss fight coming up here. To me, it does not look as nice for your teleport. Yeah, and there will be a few more areas where it does need to load a little bit before the thing starts. There we go. So as you can see, the teleport effect, not nearly as nice. But the fire animations should be the same. That was the dark version. I might not have enough MP to cast it again real quick. Although his fire looks a little bit nicer. Okay, that fire still looks the same. So it's mainly just the teleport part of it that looks different. Does not seem like my axe is flying as far as it should. Ah, it went right above my head. Can you stop flying into me? Yeah, I definitely like doing the Dark Hellfire where you hold up after you cast it. Yeah, his fireballs do look a little bit nicer than what they do in the PlayStation version, in my opinion. And down goes it. See ya. Alright, another level up. Yeah, Castlevania Symphony of the Night's been one of my most favorite games. I know like pretty much all there is to it. And, the only thing I wasn't completely good and familiar with was the Sega Saturn version, which I finally got to get it and play it. And, that was recent this year. So before that, I knew everything about all the other versions. Now that I've gotten to play the Sega Saturn version, it's nice. I just wish it ran a little bit better and smoother like the others, but I do like some of the exclusive items that are in it and different features and stuff. So I hope that they eventually do another like remaster and incorporate more of this version into it. So when they did the PSP version, they did include some of the things, but not everything. And some of the things they took out, I think there's plenty of people that would enjoy it. That's why I have streamed the regular Symphony of the Night, and I've done item randomizers a few times, but I wanted to show off this version as well. Alright, now back up. Hold our cape up and be all fancy as we ride up here. Yeah, those two spells are pretty easy to cast, and I can also do Dark Metamorphosis. The other ones I'm not as good at casting, especially Soul Steel. That combination, for some reason, I mess it up all the time. I can't even try it right now. I don't have enough MP, I'm pretty sure. How much MP am I at right now? MP is only at 44. Yeah, I cast like 50 for that, so I couldn't even try and cast it right now. Ah! Really, I jumped right on him. Stupid short sword, hit him! There we go. Need a better weapon. Wait a minute, I got my knife. My knife is better. I love my knife. It might be short reach, but I love my knife. Give me my blizzard. Did I pick up anything? I did pick up sunglasses. There we go. Alright, we're gonna go stab everything. Because I can. I don't know why, but I have a lot of good luck using the little knife, the little blizzard. It's great. Oh, thanks for the host, 66. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, do what you gotta do. It's still early on, so the exclusive stuff won't come till kinda later on. So, hopefully you'll be back by then if you want to see some of the nifty differences of this one. Let's keep the axe. Yeah, it is quite a bit slower, especially for the music. Yeah, that's what I keep hoping for too, that they'll remaster this. That or figure out a way just to combine it with like the normal PlayStation version, just add the extra areas and relics and features and stuff. Yeah, I've been thinking about it too. I just don't know enough about, you know, editing like games and stuff like that, or I'd love to do it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I should try to get a hold of the people that do the randomizers and try and convince them to figure out a way that them to do it or something. That, it'd be nice to see a Sega Saturn randomizer done because of the extra items and stuff in it. Yeah, Konami probably won't do it because last time they did a new version of this, they just did the PSP version. Well, they did do the other one more recent, which is, I think, just a base PlayStation version, not even the PSP one. I don't know. I could be wrong. Well, you got the Castlevania for PS4. Did they do it like the regular PlayStation version, or was it like the PSP version where it had a tiny bit? It was the PSP port? Alright. So that had a slight bit more than the regular PlayStation, but does not have all the features from this one. Which made me sad. When it was coming out, I was hoping it was going to have everything. Yeah, Maria mode. Yeah, I wish they would have done a little bit better quality for the cutscenes there. I mean, like the blue background, it's like semi-transparent, but it looks all pixelated transparent. It looked a lot better in regular PS version. Yeah, definitely a lot slower than what we're used to. Oh, I forgot to take the other way, didn't I? Or wait, no, I didn't pass it yet, did I? No, I didn't. Honestly, the slowdown as far as moving doesn't seem to be too bad. It's just the music and the way everything flows on screen, it makes it seem like it runs so slow. But it's not as bad. I mean, with me actually, you know, knowing when I'm hitting the buttons and when it respawns and everything, it's actually responding okay, like movement and attack wise. Just the music seems to be like slow and delayed is what's really hurting this. As I get distracted and get hit. There we go. You know what? I did pass up the teleporter area. Oh man. He's going to take the long way back later. That's alright. That's what I get for being distracted. I normally like unlocking the other route. Get some health back real quick. There we go. Ah, I ran right into that one. Okay. Out of practice. There we go. I normally like never get hit by those roses. I feel ashamed. Oh, did I let go too quick? Really, for shame on me. Oh, come on! Alright. No! Stop flailing around hitting me. There we go. Have to get back into the zone. Gotta stop running into everything again. Alright, to the outer wall. And it's raining outside. Of course it's raining outside. It's gonna mess with the music like no tomorrow. Yeah, there's a lot of little effects that aren't that great. Oh, that fire doesn't look as nice either. And it seems to be there for a while. Oh! Okay. Come on, fire, go away. I'm trying to go up there and cast Hellfire at him. There we go. It's okay. I'm invincible while casting my spell. Yep, messed that up. You give me enough room to stand up there? Yep. Yeah, I don't think the Sega Saturn was nearly as powerful as the PlayStation, so I think that's what's really hurting it. I never personally owned a Sega Saturn, so I can't be for certain, but you know what? Let's try Summon Spirit, see if that'll help. There we go. Got him. Definitely don't want to get in close on that guy. He hits too hard. Alright, if I remember right, the elevator trick should still work in the Sega Saturn version. We'll see. I might be a little bit too far forward. I know it does take a minute to trigger, so we'll see. Still works. Alright. Alright. Got ourselves the jewel knuckles and the mirror armor, so don't have to worry about getting turned into stone if I put that on. I love that nifty trick. I don't know how the person who originally figured out that trick just did that. Oh, I'm just gonna go sit in the corner for a minute. That is a weird secret to have. Let's see. See how good the cutscene looks on here. Looks very similar to what it did on PlayStation, so not bad. Still got the birds that hang out down there. When you get out of this outer wall, this music's driving me nuts. It's all that rain, it's interrupting it a lot. One thing I would like to do is eventually get me a capture card and get me another Sega Saturn that actually can run Japanese games and actually do the full version and see how well it runs off the Sega Saturn. Because this is running off of a computer with an emulator, so... But this is the best one I've gotten to actually work. Yeah, I went out there doing a lot of research to find a good working one, and this is the best one that everybody uses and stuff, so... Sega Saturn's one of the harder things to get working. I've found plenty of other stuff for all the other systems, but Sega Saturn, that seems to be some weird things for it. Yeah, very true. Oh, I should have swapped back to my sword. Oh well, we'll take him out with a knife. We shall stab the doppelganger to death. Come on, throw your knife. Ah, of course, you in that stupid bat form. Nope. At least he has a slight delay when he turns into bat form. I could dodge that a lot easier. Not fair using your range against me here. I will step. Ow. I don't know how much damage I'm dealing to you. I didn't go back and grab my relic. I hope I'm not super weak. Got him. There we go. That's right. I killed you with a knife. Ha ha ha. I do like kind of like the blue effect of that appearing. That's kind of cool. Alright. Yeah, I had the Sega Genesis, but I never really had any of the other Sega systems, so... Never had Dreamcast, or the Saturn, or the CD. Did have Game Gear, but that's kind of like one of the handhelds. Game Gear was pretty nice. It just ate up the batteries like no tomorrow. Alright. Those guys are a little bit annoying to fight with a knife. You got too much range. Really? There we go. Stop running into everything again. Yeah, growing up, we had more of the Nintendo systems. We had Nintendo, Super Nintendo, N64. Then we eventually got PlayStation and stuff and went in that direction. Ooh, good, I got to kill him before he stabbed me. That's what I was hoping for. That's one reason why I love using this little knife. Just keep stabbing everything like crazy. Get our wolf form. There we go. Alright. Go unlock the other teleporter. So from scorpion to horse. Then we'll go into the library, cause shenanigans in there, and come back over here again. Alright, now we can head back out. What good games did you like on the Dreamcast? I don't know a whole lot of good Dreamcast games personally. So eventually I would like to look into playing some of those games. I know it wasn't a super popular system, but I heard it had some decent games for it. I forget the name of it, but there's a really popular like I want to say like dragon game that was on there, like Penzar Dragon or something. Yeah, I don't think it had a lot of like really big hits, but it did have some really good ones that were hits though. Stop blocking my axe! There we go. I forgot they could even block the throwing axes. The Dreamcast had a Castlevania too? Don't remember that. I remember the N64 one, which the N64 one didn't get all that good a rating, so I don't remember a Dreamcast one. Oh, it never came out. Gotcha. Oh, I didn't know Streamlabs would actually tell that I have a poll going on. Huh. I didn't even put that. I didn't know it would do that. Interesting. Yeah, I've been working on my Streamlabs a bit more, so I put in a tried out a few things on it and stuff. So I set up a little vote thing, and I set up the Streamlabs to do points and stuff. So I don't know if that shows up on there for people to actually use the little... I forget what I even called them at this point. It was odd something, I want to say. So, yeah, since you know how that works a little bit, does it show on mine for people to see the items to use for their points and stuff? If not, there might be a setting I have to turn on for it to actually show up. So on my end, you know, me looking at my own stream on my phone, it wasn't showing anything, probably because it's my own stream, but wasn't sure if anything like that was showing. Like to use Streamlabs points. Oh, I don't even have double jump. I can't kill it. Wait, I have an axe. I can kill it. There we go. Just want that to be in the enemy list. Yeah, I actually do use like the stream the chat bot. So there's actually a point system for that, but it's not really doing much at the moment. There is technically like heists and duels and stuff for that, but I'm not really talking about that much because I'm just going to use it all in Streamlabs. So that seems to have more features to it and set up a bit nicer. So, but yeah, does the Streamlabs show up on my stream? That way you could see the few options I did set up so far. I think it's for like a game request and stuff like that. I don't have the extension on. Okay, so I gotta figure out how to turn that on. If it's on Twitch or if I have to do it in Streamlabs. Probably in Twitch. Alright. In the creator on Twitch? Alright. Yeah, and I can't read Japanese, so a nice nifty thing is you scroll by, if you pay attention to his desk, it actually shows you what item you're trying to buy. So if you know all your icons, you can know what you're buying. So go ahead and buy Jewel of Open. And one library card, so we have it. Alright, I do have a save file that I have beaten the game, so the other items are going to be showing up. So we have the Fire Brand, Ice Brand, and Thunder Brand. I don't have enough to buy my Iron Shield yet. That's sad. I have to make more monies. So, yeah, the duplicator is still in here, and you got the castle map. There's the other spells that I always have a hard time casting. I don't need to buy the map, but I buy it just so it's out of the list. Let's see, so that's sell. We'll sell that. Here's the enemy list, so it does look very similar to the PlayStation version as far as setup for enemies and everything. Sword Brothers? I have never even casted Sword Brothers, not even on accident. I totally agree with that. Like, I've casted Soul Steel like once or twice by accident, but that's about it. Oh, there is a nifty thing about this. There's actually a audio test for the Japanese version. No idea what they're saying, but yeah, there's a regular audio test besides your regular like the music and stuff. They actually have like audio tests for like all the different sound effects and different talking parts and stuff. So I did find that pretty interesting of this version. Alright, so I need to head back to the beginning, get the spirit orb so I actually know how much damage I'm doing here. It's funny, I thought I had the extension turned on too. Soul Steel is easy? I don't know, for some reason I never have good luck casting it. Eventually, when I have plenty of money, I might buy the spell to see what the combination is again and try and do it. So I know it's got like a... I think it's almost like a full rotation of the D-pad and something else. I don't know. Yeah, my main 3 spells that I can cast decent are the Hellfire, Dark Metamorphosis, and Summon Spirit. The other ones I never use and don't cast very well. I know I've done Tetra Spirit before, where it's like the 4 spirits. Ow. Will you let me get below so I can hit you? There we go. Wait a minute, I picked up the Gladius. I should be using that instead of the knife now. Alright. Did that. That button? Nope. Nope. One moment. I'm trying to remember how... There we go. Buttons are way different on the Sega Saturn version, just trying to make it organized. Alright. So... Library card's gonna be right after my anti-poison. Got it. Because the library card and meal ticket look exactly the same. Dark Metamorphosis is almost the same as Soul Steel? Really? Includes the up button, where Soul uses the down button. You'll see when you unlock them. So, basically it's doing the underneath version. I don't even know if I have enough MP to cast Soul Steel, though. I have 71. It should be 50 to cast it. Yeah, once I have enough money to buy it, I'll double check it. I don't want to just look stupid, like swinging around on the screen for like 10 minutes trying to figure out how to cast it again. There we go. Kill those evil roses. Yeah, there's definitely a slowdown in here too. It's throwing off my hits. At least they still got the floating eye in the background. He's still there. I just like how there's so many different special weapon techniques. I'm glad that they had techniques in Bloodstain too. I wish the weapons themselves had their own, like a few of them had their own special techniques instead of just learning them from the books, but still overall very good. Ah, So used to double jump. That unlocks the underground. So we'll grab our free items over here real quick. That was lucky. Those don't drop very often. I didn't even play luck mode because I'm not sure if it's the same code for the the Japanese version. Well, the name entry screen was the same, so I think it would work. Went normal mode. I forget which way is locked. I actually might try this way first. Because one of the new areas is actually close by to where I'm at right now. But I can't remember which side of it's locked. Ah! You and your stupid axe or spear. Yeah, there's a underground prison nearby. Just one of the Sega Saturn exclusive areas that we hopefully will be able to get into here in a moment. I just don't remember if it's this side or the opposite side I have to enter through. Honestly, I want to say it's the other side now. Let's go grab the item first. So yeah, if you remember this hallway where it leads up from the little drawer, get your free life max up, that door down there to the left is not there in the normal version. That leads to one of our new areas, as long as I get through and it's not barricaded off on the other side. Oh, alright, so Cursed Prison. There's going to be a lot of those guys with the spears. And archers, and should be some new enemies in here as well. Good, so I did pick the right way to come in here. Got a nifty save room here. It is kind of a small little area, and I'm hitting the wrong buttons already. Alright. Really? I'm not killing these guys in one hit? I thought it was. Yeah, just be mindful of your feet. Yeah, the garden area is a little bit bigger. Even then, they're not incredibly big areas anyway. But you do have these little vases over here that you can break that have items in them. Which that is a new dagger I just got. Which I'll show that off here in a minute. There's a garnet. Oh, you almost shot my feet there. Yeah, that was a new weapon. So yeah, you do need to push the switch in order to unlock it so you can access it from the other side. So you do want to come from the underground cavern area where I came from. I forget the name of this, but this is a new knife. So it's gonna stab like normal. Still has your move where you can hold it down and kind of use it as a makeshift shield. But it does have a special attack as well. Do your attack spell, and then it's a homing type attack. It's very cool. So if there was an enemy on screen, it goes straight after it. As you saw, it does go after candles as well. So it is kind of nifty. Yep, and that is a gargoyle over there, so yes, I can send him right after the gargoyle. Yeah, it is pretty cool. So, better version than the Blizzard. Ah! That was another new enemy. Will-O-Wisp. Oh, wow, okay. I think I can only hit those with the holy rod. I don't know. I forget how to kill those things. Either way, my knife is not working on those will-o-wisps. That's not fun. Ah! I can't hit the ghosts either. I don't think I have anything else. Gladius ain't gonna do jack against ghosts. Alright, I guess we're running for it. Can't kill ghosts yet either. Ow! I don't have weapons to kill these things. Retreat. Okay. So yeah, there's a couple new enemies in that hallway there. Which this will lead us all the way back. You should recognize this area in a minute. Close to where the beginning is, So yeah, basically right across from the room with the flying bat demon guy, that's where the other entrance is for Cursed Prison. Ah! No! Too close, too close. Yeah! Back off. I don't have high level to take all your damage. Ah! I forgot he does that. Fine. I win. I knew he did the attack. I didn't remember he did like a ranged attack though. That I forgot about. And apparently it had ice effects to it. That I did not know either. I normally just rush and kill him all the time. But using a tiny knife is not usually the best thing to rush a big guy against. Alright, so now we got our other shortcut open, so that's good. Alright, so go down and save, and then yeah, I could show off part of the other area. A lot of it, you're gonna need to be able to get around as a bat. So, can't show off everything of it. We'll go back there and at least show the entrance off of the garden area. Because as soon as you're able to get into the gallery area, it opens up, I believe is what the trigger is. Oh, yeah. Alright. Was not paying attention to the floor. That was my bad. Really? Again? I don't want to stop every 2 seconds for you guys. Zombies are not worth my time. Thank you. Yeah, there's going to be a few other weapons in the game too, and there is a new shield, couple cloaks. I don't think there's any extra accessories per se. Ow. I'm surprised they're actually dealing this much damage to me. Well, I guess I am still wearing cruddy armor. Did I ever put on the bronze armor that I got? No, I did not. I have the mirror armor, which is a lot better. Bandana better? Bandana's better. We'll put that on. And no accessories. Oh, that's surprising. Oops. Hitting the wrong buttons again. There we go. Alright. I'll have a little bit better armor now. Alright. You're gonna be in the way. Ah ha ha. Come on, stop messing up here. Do a couple attacks on him before I go up and fight him. Weaken him a bit. That should be good. Perfect. So yeah, this little plate over here by the main door, that is your drop-off point. Oh, wait. Crap. Yeah, if you fall down, don't have double jump, you actually can't get back up. Alright. Catch you later. Sub-weapon. Yeah, I can't really show off much of the area anyway. You'll see once I get in here. It is a very big room. So, I can show off like the bottom half and 2 rooms. But underground garden, you fall down. You got some other gargoyles in here. And you'll find these guys again. And then you got those little skeleton guys. You've been to that path in the PSP version? I thought it was blocked out in the PSP version. Or did you use the glitch to get in there? Did not want that sub-weapon. Keeping my watch for now. Evil tree. Gotcha. Yeah, so basically that's all that I can show off is this save room in that little bottom path, and then if you go all the way to the left, which I'm about to do, so that's my only way out since I don't have double jump, is a teleport room, and the other animal for this version is the tiger. So it's all I can show off here right now since I don't have a way of getting to the top. There is more once you get up to the top of this half and to the right, but yeah, essentially we are in a big room. You can kind of show off the map a little bit. There's a whole top half to this whole big section and stuff, and it leads more to the right for a little bit, so yeah, kind of can't really do much here at the moment with not having much relics yet. And note, if you do fall down into this water, you're not quite able to jump high enough to get back out, I don't think, so this area is kind of dangerous if you don't have double jump. Little guys with whips. Alright, and then we have the teleport room. So yep, this is the tiger teleport room. So, one extra teleport room available here in the Sega Saturn version. Alright, go to horse so we can go back through the laboratory and get our spirit orb so we know how much damage we're doing now. And then we can continue on and get to plenty of other areas. Alright, where are you at? You're here somewhere. Okay, don't deal with you now. I need that money. I'm trying to earn 4 grand from my shield. So yep, that door just leads right into the cursed prison. Ooh, nice. I'm not lucky enough to usually get the bag of $400 from them at all. I remember there's times I tried to farm them for like 20 minutes for money, and nope, they would never want to give me money. Gotcha. Oh, I'm definitely getting strong. He went down quick, unless I was getting critical hits on him. Alright, and over here we'll have our spirit orb. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Must admit, how they die in this version's a little bit creepier in my opinion. Instead of just falling apart like they do in PlayStation version, just like fall on the floor and collapse and just like, you know, float away after that. And just, I don't know, that seems a little bit more creepier way for them to die now. Threw a bone right in my head. You know what? I don't think I can actually get back up to go the other way at the moment. I think that drop-off's too big for me to land on. I might have to go back down the way I came, actually. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah. Alright, back we go. Well, extra XP, plus I wanted to clear out that on the map. So. Yeah, we're gonna go for full map coverage. Hopefully we'll get this done all in one go. If not, we'll break it up into 2 streams. We'll see how I'm feeling. I'm just murdering him pretty darn quick. Hitting for 20. Guess I'm a pretty decent level now. Done a loop around a couple of times, I guess. Gotcha. Need all that money. Ow. There we go. Yeah, we're good enough to take him out without wasting all those hearts. No want the holy water. We are keeping our stopwatch for later. Need that. Alright, so off to see Maria. Aw, they still take 2 hits. Sad. We'll get there. Oh, really? I didn't even pay attention that last little bone. God. Yeah, that's what you get for trying to slash at me even before I got there. At least those guys are only 1 hit now. Yay, more money. I'll take it. Didn't think I was going to be able to slash far enough for that. Little knife works wonders. You know, all those names are in Japanese. I might turn off the fairy scroll. That way we can see more of the screen, not have it covered up by Japanese names. Maybe we'll keep it on, in case anybody that can read Japanese watches, I guess. Doesn't hurt anything. Nope. Don't want the holy water. Go away. Give back my stopwatch.
またあったわね、アルカード。マリアとか言ったか。相変わらず不愛想ね。それにしても変だと思わない？以前と建物の構造が違っているのよ。ドラキュラ城は混沌の産物だ。その姿は一つではない。前の知識は役に立たないわけか。考えてもしょうがないわね。ありがとう。それじゃ。
Alright, give me 1 sec. I'm just trying to check something real quick here. Ah, there we go. Okay, that's up. Alright, so hopefully that should be up now. Let's bring up the game again. Okay. So hopefully that should be set up for the Streamlabs overlay now. If anybody's out there and notices that, let me know if that's up and working. Heck, I might even be able to check it myself off my phone here in a minute. Alright, so to the Royal Chapel. Grab our little zircon, or... Nope, that's the sapphire. That's right. Yeah, I don't think I could have made that jump, so... There we go. Extra jump. Ooh, almost got hit by the fire. Not set ourselves on fire. Over spikes that hurt a lot. There we go. Let's take out this sword. Come on, I just did it. I'm trying to do it too fast and messing up the combination. Shame on me. There we go. That way I don't deal with all the swords spinning around, and me and my short-range knife does not work good against a bunch of swords. The sword is mightier than the knife. But big, large fireballs nuke the sword. Alright, let's see how nice the priest's gonna be to me. Oh, not nice this time. I want to talk to the blue priest, not the green one. Thank you. Please be nice and drop your item. I do like how they do talk in this version for that. Thank you for my green tea, sir. Or, actually, I think it's wine that he gives you. Alright. Got our wine. That was good. Gave it to me on first try. So that's usually RNG, I think, so... whether he drops it the first time or not. Oh, nice. Kill them birds. And I got the third one too. Yes, crows are annoying. Those ones aren't annoying. Make sure I kill one of everything. Want to get that full enemy roster going. Life max up. Strength potion. Silver. I think our mirror armor is actually better than that. Ooh, critical for 52. Man, I'm starting to get a lot of critical hits. Nice. And Zircon to sell later. Alright, next boss time. Gotta make sure I get in close since I'm using my knife. Come on, back here. Oh, too close, too close. Wow, you're not wanting to stay on the ground for me to shank you. I think I'm just racking up too much damage too quick. That's why he's not staying on the ground doing his fire attack at me. Oh, that'd be a cool way to kill him. I will send my dagger after you. Oh, he finally did his fire attack. I'm gonna kill you out of there. This will be fun. Win. Alright, cutscene with Maria.
すごい腕前。私の出番なんてないみたいね。
何の用だ。そんなことを言いに来たわけではあるまい。
まあね。リヒター・ベルモンド。知ってるわよね。
ベルモンド家のものか。
彼が1年前から行方不明なの。きっとここに来てると思うわ。見かけたら私に知らせてほしい。
いいだろう。
ありがとう。案外優しいのね。それじゃよろしく。
Alright. Goodness, telemarketers calling like crazy today. Hopefully you guys aren't having to hear that. Take out the crow. Nifty potion. I want to say this is the cutlass, but we're having fun with our knife. We'll keep playing with the knife. Stabby, stab, stab. Nope. Stopwatch. Stopwatch is my friend. Find it funny that they have two dying animations. Where they just fall apart and then just kind of like blast apart. It's great. A little bit more. There we go. One of my most annoying enemies in this game. Flea men on the birds. Flea riders. Especially when you try and get the other relic up above. Alright. Leap stone. We can now double jump. Hoo-ha. So was a turkey or a pot roast. I want to say that was a turkey. Alright, then we get to go reveal the lion teleport room. We're gonna head back over to library area. So we can get back to clock and go to the Colosseum for our mist ability as our next objective. Actually, depending on how much money we have, we might actually stop at the library. How much money we got? we are at 3,200. I do have a couple rings, so I should be able to hopefully sell enough in order to actually get the iron shield. So there's tiger. Then it'll be horse. Then it should be scorpion that we want. Alright. 1 second here. I'm actually going to change to this. Replace. Done. Alright. Overlay. Might have to reset that. It's still the same, huh? I'll have to figure out how that works. That is not the things that I saw. Do do do. Come on, get back over here. Really, you're stealing in the ceiling? That's totally not fair. I wanted to murder you. Ah. That's right, I can't tack down at an angle with my knife. That was my own fault. Come on, hurry, we're off. I need to attack. Oh! Don't remember curse lasting this long. There we go. Having to run away from a book because I'm cursed. There we go. Alright, 2 jump kicks so far to take them out. It's not too bad. Oh, I got a critical hit for a jump kick. Nice. Do do do. Say it's this one? Yep. Some of those, one of those, and one of those. Like 1 iron shield, please. There we go. And the spells are 8 and 15 grand. Okay. Can't afford those, so later on we'll get those. Alright, so let's slap on the iron shield. There we go. Actually, have we gotten any other better equipment yet? It's glasses. That's better. No better cloak. I don't think we picked up any accessories yet. Nope. Okay. Alright, so that takes care of that for now. I might as well grab the money. Alright. all the sound effects and music slowed up makes it feel like it's running so slow. That's okay. Next time we stream Castlevania, we'll be back to the regular PlayStation version. It'll be so much smoother. Do 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 do. I think I've gotten this yet. Oh, that'll be an extra ring for her to sell later. Gotten that one. Alright, to the clock tower. Well, Orlex's quarters / Coliseum. Nope, I still need that. In fact, I'm about to go use that. Oh, poor knife can't kill that in one hit. It's sad. It's okay. 2 hits ain't bad though. Or prove me wrong and get a critical hit and kill it. Awesome. That's okay. Once we get all of our different forms, we'll get the power-ups for the wolf, and once we got the power and skill of the wolf, we'll be able to get through some of these hallways quicker. We'll do the wolf dash. So that'll help. Getting closer. Of course, had to hit me with a little bone there. Bad little flea man. Alright, let's grab our a la carte set. Yay! And a heart max up. Alright, let's go ahead and throw all that on. Get some extra luck going here. Alright. Oh, wrong button. And armor. Perfect. Alright, quickly make it over here. Perfect. On my luck, it would have closed soon. Alright, so we'll go get the teleport room real quick. Then we'll enter the Coliseum. You know, I probably should not be using the a la carte set right now. Now I'm not able to kill those guys in one hit. Yeah, we'll save the a la carte set for when we're a little bit better geared. I should be a little bit more cautious, especially since I have to go take out 2 knights upstairs. rocking with any powerful equipment yet. Kill you on the way back. Okay. I was about to say I didn't get close enough to him. He was too far away to trigger. Gotcha. Ow. Alright. Go unlock this real quick. Perfect. Now we get to go have fun in the Coliseum. Yeah, I dealt with you once already. I don't like how much range he has. He can stay alive. Oops. Just take out this sword real quick. Perfect. And why not? Let's grab the secret room before I forget about it. Cheese, onyx, and one of the swords. I want to say that's probably the broadsword there. Alright, welcome. Oh, that's right. One difference about the Sega Saturn version versus the regular, normally you'd be able to slash and break the torch just by hitting the flames at the top here for the height of them. On this one, you actually do need to like bend down and actually slash them. Which can be kind of a good thing and a bad thing, depending on what you're trying to do. Like, there's the room that's like pretty much below me that has all the sub-weapons in a row. Or a good bit of them anyway. So killing all the enemies through that room is kind of a good training area for money, especially if you have the dual sword. So going through there on this version, you won't have to worry about switching your sub-weapon every 2 seconds. See, as you saw, I hit none of those torches there, which if I kneel down, like every one of these is going to have like a sub-weapon. So that's a little bit of an advantage on the Sega Saturn version. If you're wanting to do money grinding, it's a good thing to do, but other than that, it can be a tiny bit annoying. Oh, that's right. His bone sticks out quite a bit. I realize how wrong that just probably sounded. Oh well, it's been said. Too late. Blood cloak. Finally have our second cloak. Put that bad boy on. There we go. Now we're nice and bright and red. There we go. Much better. There we go. It's okay. We'll get a better weapon here in a little bit. Maybe. safest route is go up and around, isn't it? Yeah. Now I think about it, I better take the upper route. The other route going across has stupid knights on horseback that I don't really have a good way of taking them out right now without being hit and knocked back out of the room. So, long way it is. It's not incredibly long, but still. Ow. Gotcha. Let's go. Let's unlock the shortcut here, grab our shield. Thank you. Let's do a little save. And why not? We're gonna make the next room easy. Alright. So now this room's annoying. Thank you. Blow up half of the room there. I thought it would have killed the big guy too, but apparently not. Put our knife back on. Ouch. Alright. Made it. Mission accomplished. Alright. Yeah, I figured some of those guys would have lived on the other side of the room, but now we have our prize. Shield rod. We win. Make me an exit, sir. Thank you. And now that we have our iron shield and shield rod, I do not need to worry. Don't even need to waste a spell on you. Technically, I could probably beat you to death, too. Yep. Ha 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 ha. Ow! He hit me. I do not approve of that. A little bit closer. There we go. Alright. So this can help us get rid of the next boss pretty simple. Actually, I think the shield rod, yeah, it actually comes down as an angle a little bit, so if you're using the shield rod, you can still hit those pretty simple. Alright. Onward to cutscene, then boss fight.
冥界の門入れよ我がしもべよ我が城を汚す小賢しいハエを叩き潰せ
Alright. Boss time. Oh, Minotaur's gone. Werewolf's about to be gone too. Alright, some of the swords missed him. Now he's gone.
間違いない奴はベルモンドだった奴が上司だというのか
Alright. Grab our prize. Mist form, and now we'll unlock the elevator. Oh, that's right. Doesn't actually move until you switch screens. Oh, that was too far over, too. I was about to say, the elevator needs to come down so I can actually use it. Thank you. I would like to clear out this room for the map. Yeah, stupid knights on horseback is why I do not like this room. Alright, now I feel better. Which that should clear out the Colosseum map for the most part. The whole top half there. Alright, we'll do it that way. Oop, wrong button. Alright. So run across, clear that out. Technically I'm going to have to come back here for one of the secrets later anyway. But since I had that room cleared anyway. Oh, I dropped the rapier. Thank you. I like playing with that weapon. Right, we'll save real quick. And I just totally failed at jumping. Shame. No, actually, it probably would be quicker just to go back to the teleport room this way. So we need to go back to the library now and take out our bat boss over there. Lesser demon. So we can get bat form. Ah, totally messed that jump up again. Ow. Back. There we go. Alrighty. Come on, stop missing a basic jumping here. There we go. Nope, do not need stopwatch for a while. We will keep our axe. takes care of that. Let's grab this corner of the map real quick. I can take it. Blade Knight's easy. Gotcha. Alright, looking for Scorpion. Horse. Scorpion. I don't think I actually got the vase from up here, so we'll grab that real quick. Alright, extra hearts is helpful. Even though I don't go too crazy on using sub-weapons, but they're there if we need it. Wow, that was a really delayed throw there. Normally I always chuck it by the time I jump. Tried to psych me out there. Alright. Onward to bat form. Oh, that's right. Books have resistance to the rods. I'm not gonna kill them in one hit. And jump here, perfect. Now we got the evil little flea armors now to join the mix. There we go. Come here. I say as he runs into my face and hits me. Wouldn't be so bad if I was using a faster weapon type, but oh well. Oh well. That's, yep. I had a feeling it was about to come back on my head. Alright. Might have hit each other, but I'll take it. I killed him. Get our stone mask. Couple little secrets over here. I want to say that was a cat eye circlet that you get from that one and the holy rod. Holy rod would be good against the boss, but we're not wanting to kill him too fast, so I'm not going to use that on him. Alright, since I'm here, let's make sure I got the whole top half here. Alright, good. Sometimes I don't go over far enough to catch the corner piece. So pretty much I'm not going to be coming back here again, so I'm going to have it cleared out. So we don't have to come back here again, at least. Alright, boss time. Come on. You need to make a mudman for me. Come on, summon. That is not a mudman. Summon again. That is not a mudman either. Shame on you. Stop it. Summon what I want. You're being a pain. I know you make mudmen. Make me a mudman. I'm being trolled by the boss. Not fair. Make a mudman. Thank you. You may now die. Ow. No. Oh, that was lucky for the shield rod to swing back around to hit it. You're lucky that you're invincible when you do that. I would have had you dead already. Although you're almost dead. There. Yeah, for anybody who doesn't know, it's the only chance for you to actually kill a mudman for the enemy list, so do make sure you wait to kill a mudman if you're wanting full enemy list. He has no item drops, just kill him once and then you'll be done with it. Oh, I want my axe. Thank you. Which button? Alright, catch you later, Army. Have a good nap. Alright, so now we got our nifty bat form. There we go. I had to remember what button it was to get into it. Wow. Forgot in the Sega Saturn version you can constantly just keep doing wing smash. I didn't even have to recast it. It just keeps taking MP out automatically. That's great. So that is one nifty thing, and easier to utilize that. Like, when's the Wing Smash gonna end? It kept going and going and going. Alright, got our first familiar, the fairy. Go ahead and bring her out, I guess. There we go. Give her her little introduction.
この私に命をお与えくださったことを心より感謝します。
Seemed like a bit of a long introduction. Alright. Come on. There we go. Alright, so now our mission is to go back to said clock, get our gravity boots, and then we'll run and cause more havoc and get some more relics. Alrighty, so it's funny how often I send out those little shields. Yeah, if anybody doesn't know, you can create little shields from the shield rod. It's just back, forward, and your attack, whatever you have your shield rod set to, and it throws out that little shield. It's supposed to be a Easter egg type thing for like a really old game that was used as a shield. So it actually does block projectiles if you have it in the right spot to block something. So that is nifty, but for how small it is kind of hard to make sure that's put in the right place to actually be effective. I think you can make like 3 on screen, I want to say. Oh, there's 3. So, I guess they last for a bit, so it looks like at least 4, maybe 5. The other one started disappearing, so at least 4 it looked like I had on screen, so I guess you could kind of make a little wall of those and make a shield. So I think you can do it in the air. Yeah, you can do it in the air. It's a little bit harder to time like where you want it, though. Probably kind of hard to have it just slightly above your head. Guess that'd be like a pro strat if they really needed to do it. Honestly, I don't think the pros would need to build a shield wall, though. Most of the pros would just be dodging everything or killing it before it became a problem. I want my gravity boots. Come on, I know we're almost there. next room? There we go. One more room, and then we'll be there. Jump all you want, Flea Man. I ain't dealing with you right now. Alright, up we go. And good old gravity boots. We now have the super jump. That nifty trick right there. And extra couple items. Alright. Not the one I was hoping to hit. Whee! That is a lot quicker. I approve. I'll try and do that once in a while to speed things up a little bit. I did eat up a good bit of MP though. The transitions feel a lot slower though. They don't have the special effect either like they do on PlayStation. It looks like it's just kind of casting it, but they don't do like the warping image of how it does on the other. It'd be nice if they kind of incorporated both. It's like, oh, I'm going to swap. Like when he comes back, he's in the casting form. That's kind of cool. I think it would have been better to have that reversed, maybe, where it looks like they're casting into the transformation, and back it can switch like that, I guess. Personal preference. Alright. Got a new familiar. I want to say it's the bat. Oh, those are spells. Let's see if I was right. Yay, we got our bat friend. Yeah, I might be a little bit unsure of some of the familiars on this because the Sega Saturn version does have an extra 2 familiars versus the normal PlayStation version. It's going to be the same ones available in the PSP version, where you also have another fairy and another demon familiar. Yeah, so there's gonna be a few locations that might mix me up. Alright. Power up for Wolf. About to say, it would have been helpful for you to get that guy. Yeah, the sound will lag a bit. This is the Sega Saturn version. It does not seem to run as smooth, especially with it being on a emulator. I tried to mess with the settings some, so this will be kind of a bit laggy and have some slowdown to it. Yeah, this is the best emulator I could find as far as Sega Saturn goes. And there's a lot of areas where it does seem to have trouble with that. So yeah, I do apologize for the audio not being the best for the music quality. Because I've done the other versions and I wanted to show off the Sega Saturn version because it does actually have some differences to it. There are extra areas, enemies, and items. I know the PSP version does include some of the content, but not everything. So that's why I did want to come back and show this off as well. I have streamed the other versions before. I do need to restream the PSP version. I forgot to actually save that for my YouTube, so eventually I'll go back to that one, but normally I do the PlayStation version a lot. Yeah, as not everybody realizes that there is even more stuff that was not included in the PSP version even on the Sega Saturn version. It's got the extra areas and items and stuff like that. So. I agree, the PlayStation version runs the smoothest and everything. And I like that audio version better as far as, you know, voice acting and stuff. So that's still my favorite version out of them. But I do like some of the features that are in this. So I wish that somebody would go back and, you know, take some of the extra items and add the areas in that was in this one. But the original PlayStation version definitely is the best running one. Have you tried out the new Bloodstained Ritual of the Night that came out recently? That has Koji Igarashi, the assistant director of this one, that did the Kickstarter for that game. Very good game if you haven't tried it out yet. It's done in the similar style as this. No, you haven't? Oh, definitely recommend it. I mean, I actually have streamed that. I did normal, hard, and nightmare mode. Eventually I want to try and do speed runs for it, but I need a little bit more practice before I do that. Still trying to learn the map layout and figure out a good path to take to make it a good speed. Very fun game though. Yeah, if you're definitely a fan of Castlevania, like this one specifically, Symphony of the Night, it is very similar as far as the play style and features and stuff. Yeah, it's really good. Like I said, Koji Igarashi, the assistant director of this one, he is basically the creator of Bloodstained. Did the Kickstarter and everything for it. They did a really good job for it. Last I checked, it was on sale on Steam, and it is available on the other systems too, so PS4, Switch, and Xbox, so it's out on everything. Really good. Last I checked, like I said, I think it was on sale for like $35, so might be lucky if it's still on sale. Definitely worth it. That, or if you want to see like people play it, if you check out my About page, there's a link for my YouTube. If you want to watch my stream from like the other week, it's up on YouTube right now. If you want a more like shorter version of the full game, I would check out my Nightmare Mode stream, which goes through it a lot quicker. My other one's like 5 streams long, quite a long, as I was trying to learn it, so all depends on how you want to watch it. so used to my other button configuration for the PlayStation version. Transforming in the wrong forms. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Castlevania type games and Metroid games, so any Metroidvania type game, definitely a big fan of. Oh, okay, forgot about that. Oh, actually, I can go down in there now. Look at. Actually, no, not yet. I could go down there. At the end of that area, there is a boss, and I'm not quite strong enough at the moment to feel comfortable in taking him out. And I know I have the shield rod plus iron shield. It is powerful, but that boss actually has a resistance to it. Doesn't take much damage to it, so not gonna go after him quite yet. I'd like to have a better sword first. There we go. That makes it get a little bit faster. Did I grab that one yet? I don't remember if I grabbed this yet. I did. Okay. Hard to remember all the rooms I've checked. It's a little bit slower to check the map on this one, so I don't do it as often. Alright, so next plan... Probably go after Orlocks now. That sounds good. Nope, we are looking for goats. Nope, lion. Goat. Perfect. Let's do that. There we go. Alright. Upward. So have you played any of the other Castlevanias, like any of the DS ones, say like of Area of Sorrow or Dawn of Sorrow or Portrait of Ruin, Order of Ecclesia, or however you say it, the one with Shinoa? In my opinion, those are some pretty good ones as well. Right into it. Just played the NES and Genesis ones. Honestly, I've played like some of the old NES ones. I did not play the Super Nintendo one or the Genesis ones. But those ones, since they're the classic style, I'm not as good at them. My platforming skills are not really the best in order to avoid like the Medusa heads and falling into pits all the time. That's my major weakness. I mean, I can do some stuff, but I know eventually getting stuck in some of those areas with Medusa heads flying everywhere would take me out. Ooh, I thought about to lose my axe. Yeah, the ones I mentioned are more similar to this style where they have where you can level up and stuff like that. Castlevania 4, isn't that the Super Nintendo one? The Super Castlevania? If I remember right. Just making conversation. Seeing which ones you've played and stuff. Mirror locks. Yeah, I like doing the consoles as well. I just don't have a capture card for me to do streaming for some of them. I actually do have a Sega Saturn and this actual game for Saturn, but until I get a capture card, it's gonna have to be emulation for me to do some of the stuff. A lot of the games I'm doing now I have via Steam and stuff, so. But I am playing with a controller. I am definitely prefer controller type gaming versus trying to use a keyboard and mouse. Yeah, and I was doing streams when I first started out streaming off of my PS4, so that's how I do a lot of my stuff beforehand. But now I've moved over to a computer in order to do a little bit better quality streams and have my own personal layout and stuff. So yeah, I'm working on saving up for a capture card and trying to figure out which one I want and stuff. I have a good idea. That's why I have a goal started to start going for that if anybody wants to help support me getting one. Plus there's quite a few PS3 games I'd love to stream that aren't available like on Steam that I do have that I'd like to do. Well, most of my other streams run a little bit better. It's just this one, since it's running like the Sega Saturn one, it has more troubles. Like, I've went back and watched some of my other streams for like other games and stuff. They run fine. But yeah, this one, it does have some issues. Oh, you're talking about the capture card style for those ones. Gotcha. Well, with a lot of the older ones, like Nintendo and Super Nintendo, I don't mind emulating those as much, because I do own them anyway. It's just some like the newer console, like disc-based games, it's harder to try and emulate those. So those ones are the ones I would really like to utilize. Keep messing up my transformations. Yeah, so I'd like to do some stuff from like PlayStation 3 and GameCube and stuff, so I'm pretty sure there might be ways of doing those games, but a wee bit harder. Alright, so that was another familiar. Which familiar did we just grab? I want to say that was Sword. I think that's the new one. Since I can't read Japanese. Oh, that was Fairy again. So this should be my new familiar. There we go. We got the sword. Yeah, I got some pretty good emulators to run most of the stuff. The only one that's very finicky is the Sega Saturn one, which I got this one that runs it, but even then it still has issues. Otherwise, I'm mainly using like RetroArch to run everything. It takes care of everything else very nicely, I've noticed. I do have a flat screen LCD TV that I use for my computer, so it works nicely for me. Yeah, as even on my end for this game, the music is lagging and everything, so it's more or less, I think, the emulator plus just the version, with it being Sega Saturn, is hard to use. Will you break already? There we go. Oh, so RetroArch works good for N64. I haven't really dabbled with N64 games yet. There's not a whole lot on N64 that I really want to play at the moment. Eventually I want to go and do like probably like Mario 64 and possibly the Zeldas, of course. Maybe Diddy Kong Racing as well. That was one of my old favorites, but besides that, those were my main ones that I would play on N64. I was more of a fan of PlayStation at the time. I mean, of course I did play like Super Smash Brothers, but that's more of like a party type game, so it'd be much better to stream the newer versions than the old school regular one, in my opinion, since it's just a fighting game. DS emulator, the one that I was using, I want to say was DS EMU, I want to say. Apparently that one might be a good one too. I don't know, I have to double check which one I was using. Yeah, I started doing some of the DS ones, but I didn't upload them to my YouTube. I forgot to at the time. I was starting to do Order of Ecclesia, however you say that one. That one was really fun. That and Dawn of Sorrow is really good too. Ah, I keep messing up my transformations. But yeah, later on I'll double check the one that I use. It's half decent. It got some options for where you can have it for your second screen, for like the touch screen. You can have it where it's on the bottom, top, or you can make it where it's separate windows, which is nice. So, for the one that I found and used. So the one that does the separate windows, I know a lot of people like that kind of style when they try and stream something like that. So you can make it where it hides it, or you can make it where it's in a certain spot on your stream. So I don't know how the one that he mentioned works, if it has that kind of feature or not, so it might be worth checking it out. If not, the one that I have might be a good pick for you. Alright, so I got the Echo of the Bat. You know what? I shouldn't have used the teleporter. I should have just went right out to where I was. You know what? Yeah, let's go have fun in this area, since I know 66 back. Yeah, I'll let you know on Discord when I figure it out. Since you're back, I can show off the rest of the underground area. Boss might kill me, but I'll save before I do it. Ow. Also, I want to say it's this candle. Nope, not that candle. There's one of these candles that actually has one of the hidden items in the game in it. I don't remember which one, but I know it's one of the upper ones. There it is. So it is just a item that goes into your inventory. It doesn't do anything. They did do a special contest to see who could find the item in game, but if you do the translation, it is a signed pencil drawing for Alucard. It's pretty cool. That's what it looks like in your menu, but it's not usable or anything. But they did do some kind of contest for it, so it's kind of cool and nifty. So took me a while to figure out where it was. Had to watch a video to find that one. So I looked everywhere. I didn't realize it was going to be hidden in one of the little candle stands. I thought it'd be like one of the item locations or something like that. No, it is not a usable item. That'd be cool if it was. Come on, tree. Die, tree. Thank you. Alright, now we can go up and explore the rest of this area. Oh, that's right. There's a lot of those little thorn weeds everywhere. Ow, you're still alive? Died quicker than that. Don't want that. Yeah, keep an eye out. There's these little pipes running, and they will drop down little droplets of poison, so keep an eye out for that. That can be annoying in here. I need to switch a weapon. I do not need to be using the shield rod anymore. It's not going to be useful in a minute. Weapon. Holy rod might actually be decent. We'll use that. There is a boss in this area. I know the Iron Shield combo is not going to work against him. Back. Stop it. Waiting for the poison to go by. I totally did not mean to cast that, but okay. Alright. Ow! Did not realize he came out throwing a shuriken like that. Alright. Let me start hitting you now. Ooh, he hits for 45? Ow. Oh, crap. Okay, that sword beam he just did just nuked the hell out of me. And apparently something poisoned me, I noticed there really quick too. Okay, yeah, a lot more powerful than I thought. Okay, so we will go back to him later on once I have a bit more power. I didn't think he was going to be that much damage to me. I didn't even see how much that beam did to me. That was powerful. Yeah, there is still some English in this. It's kind of funny. Like, we got now loading, then we got the main symbol in Japanese. If you check out our menu, you got a lot of English around for like a lot of your stats, but everything else is in Japanese. If I pull up any of this stuff, it's all in Japanese. Like even the equipment menu, only the numbers and like the stats are going to be in English. Everything else is in Japanese. So luckily for this game, most items have different icons so you can tell what they are. The only things I have trouble with are going to be like the library card and meal ticket. And then you have the a la carte and a la carte version of stuff, so those look the same. Other than that, most of the stuff will have different icons so you can tell them apart. But yeah, so I can play the game mostly without having to use a translator, so that's a good thing. Bye bye, tree. We're gonna catch you down. That's right. Other button. There we go. Alright. Now we can just fly up and get out of here. And the flying feels so much slower on this game, too. Unless I'm doing wing smash, which, yeah, let's do a wing smash. Come on. Can I not do it this direction? There we go. Alright. Really? Stuck on that one little ledge? Forgot how many different ledges are in this path. There we go. And... nope, that's bat form. Nope. There we go. I was hitting the right button. Apparently just wasn't taking before. So I had to say, which one's my wolf form? Almost out of magic. Make it to the end of the room. Nope. That made me pretty far though. Oh, I didn't have enough to do a gravity jump. That's sad. Alright, now I got one. There we go. Go up a little bit quicker. Burnt up all my magic. Alright. So during some cutscenes, I was playing around with Streamlabs a tiny bit in Twitch. The overlay should be there now, but it's showing its own options. It's not showing the custom ones that I made. So apparently I had to go in there and tweak and figure out how to do that whole Streamlabs for the point system better. It's not showing the ones that I made. But I did figure out how to turn on the thing at least, so it's something. Out of there real quick. Oh, I don't think you caught my other short stream that I did, but did Castle Crashers the other day when I was first playing around with it. I've been working on a banner for my stream at the bottom there. It's got the background of Orlox's quarters, and I put a bunch of video game characters down there. Curious what you thought of it there, 66. Nope, not that one. Wrong button. Oh, you did see it last stream? Okay. Couldn't remember if it was up last stream or not. That's right, I think it was up for Nightmare Mode when you were there. That's right. I'm still trying to figure out a couple like flying type characters I might put up in the air to fill out the top half a little bit. I'm not going to overcrowd it, but I'm trying to think of some other games that I might want to showcase off like that. I like putting Mario falling down from the ceiling on there. So he works in the air along with Death floating, but not sure what else to throw up on there at the moment. So that's something I might be putting up in my Discord to get some votes of what else I might want to add to my banner. So many options. Yeah, I've always had the idea of making a nice picture with Alucard and Orlok talking in the room there. Then I'm like, wait a minute, that will be cool and all, but what if I just add a bunch of other characters? Thus my banner became. Nope, I want my axe back, thank you. And this should be my entrance, yep. Alright, time to finally go to the underground and clear that out. So you got any idea what you're going to be streaming later tonight there, 66? Or going in without a plan as usual? At least that's been the norm lately. Oh, good sword. Wing it mode. Sounds good. Ah, good. I hit the right button that time. And the Sega Saturn controller is set up so much different than PlayStation, so half the time I'm switching to the wrong form. Yeah, it's been really good. Yeah, eventually one of these nights I'm gonna have to try out and see how well I do with that City of Brass game. So I did pick that up myself, so. I'll definitely let you know when I do that. That way you can jump in and get your revenge on me, as I know I helped make it pretty chaotic for you playing that game. Ah, messed up my jump. Do you know of any other games besides Marbles and City of Brass that have that kind of feature to it? So yeah, I think it'd be cool to do more games that are interactive like that. I know Jackbox is another game that's pretty popular, but I'm not wanting to spend the money on that just yet. But those are games I want to get eventually. Those are good party games. You'd want to have a bunch of people in stream to really make that worthwhile. Which I need to build up a good viewer base again before I go into that. Since I took a long break, a lot of the people still follow me, but they don't really pop in as much anymore since I've been gone. They might come back eventually, who knows.
その声はアルカード。
It's so different hearing this in Japanese.
母上、今助けに行きます。
ダメよアルカード、来ちゃダメ。
でも母上、
いいのです。私の命で皆に幸せが訪れるなら、私は喜んで死を迎えましょう。
ダメだ、そんなこと。
ごめんなさいアルカード。あなたにばかり辛い思いを。
Yeah, I do need to start networking a bit more. And trying to get around talking to people more and stuff, so little by little.
母上、
人を憎しみなさい。そして殺しなさい。生き続けて罪を重ねるよりも死んだ方が人間には良いのです。さあ、そこの人から殺しなさい。
違う。
どうしたのです、アルカード。
そんなことは言っていないはずだ。
Yeah, I finally got back home last night, so I'll be able to jump into Discord and chat with you guys in there a little bit more often now that I'm back home and stuff, so. Just a little bit hard when I was out of town, didn't have a computer to really jump in on anything. Didn't want to use my phone the whole time. Yep. It's nice to be away, but it was good and got to watch TV, but couldn't really do much else besides that. Got to join some streams, but not everybody was streaming over this weekend. It was kind of quiet during the weekend. have that much life. There we go.
この血の匂い。なぜ夜の一族の血の匂いが。まさか。この強さ、そして美しさ。ああ、間違いないわ。あなたは伯爵様の。
夢の世界での死は精神の死だ。抜け殻のまま永遠にさまようがいい。
待って、お願い。
Her scream is just not as good on this. It's just like so quiet, just like ah. Where I know she like screams in despair when you leave her trapped in there in the PlayStation version. Not as good for that cutscene. Oh yeah, well, like I was mentioning before, I did mess with Streamlabs a tiny bit, so that overlay should be there now for using points. But I did notice it's not showing up with the custom ones that I did for like the stuff you can redeem for. Have you done that for the custom ones, or you just turned it on and it did whatever it had kind of thing? So I don't know how to edit that per se yet. So I saw two different things I could activate as far as overlays, and neither one of them seemed to show the custom one. There's a bit of setup you gotta do for it? Okay. So I'll have to catch you when you got some free time, and maybe we can figure that out. Configure a custom source for it. Gotcha. Yeah, because it's in Streamlabs. It had like a bunch of options, and in the Streamlabs, it's like, oh, create your own custom commands, and lets you pick like icons and like everything for the stuff to redeem for. But none of that like showed up when I turned on that extension. So I don't know. Can you stop throwing water balls at me? Thank you. There we go. I win. Swords in the face. Alright, so the one I turned on is the old one. Yeah, I did notice there was two versions. So, yeah, that's easy just to switch to the other version. I can do that even. Alright, so it should be to the other version now. Hopefully. Get stream back up so I can see again. Yeah, I already have a separate tab open for it and was messing with it earlier, so... Is that the newer version you're talking about that I just swapped it to? I'm guessing? Yeah, okay. Yeah, but even then it's showing the exact same things on my end. When I looked at it, it's not showing any of that custom stuff. So I made like 3 custom commands. And I was using just the icon from Zelda Link to the Past little chest, so I know they're not showing up. I don't even remember what I made the commands to do. I think it was just a couple links and stuff. I don't know. I mean, it's showing the same thing. I think it's working. It's just because those commands were made a while back, so. The chest pop up for bonus point clickers on stream. So wait, are you seeing the chest icons that I made, or you're talking about the chest prizes that the point system gives out? Because I made some commands that had that picture of a chest from Zelda. That's what I'm referring to. I know it gives out the... Okay, you're talking about the prizes? Okay. As on my end, under redeem points, it's just showing the normal options like truth or dare, join game, follow, and add, and shout out, and ask question. Yeah, I need to figure out where I can go to edit those. Because when I'm under the tab that I look at, where I made commands, those weren't listed in there as basic ones or anything, so... Eventually I'll get this figured out. Alright, bye-bye Iron Guards. Bad friend. As I would like to give custom little icons for all those and stuff instead of what it's normally got. Maybe change the amount of how many points it takes to do those. That, and pretty sure there's a way you can probably make a command for in chat where, so I think you had it where you could add points to people without having to go into the actual Streamlabs and do it manually that way. I'd like to do that too. I just don't know what the command inputs are for that. Oh, that was your stream elements? Well, they probably have something for Streamlabs that'll work too. Yeah, if you figure that out, let me know, as I want to make that command too, so I don't always have to jump in. That, and I needed people to actually be in my stream since I turned on the points, so I can actually add points. So it wouldn't let me add people in manually to it to give points. They have to actually jump in the stream since I turned it on, so hopefully I'll be able to mess around with that and give people points. I at least know how to add points, hopefully. I just needed people to get into my stream again so they'd be in the list since I'd activated it. Because I did have stream elements like chatbot going for a while, so technically people have been in stream and I can give them that many points for the Streamlabs ones to even out. Or at least give them a portion or something to get started. We'll see how it goes. Oh, get my life max up, then we'll set the rest of the switch off. There we go. Alright, that's open now. Alright, ferryman, take us away. got some more stuff to do. Alright, take care, man. I'll be here. At least for a while. And eventually I'll take a food break and then might see if you're free and maybe figure out some of the stream stuff before I do another part. Probably end up splitting the stream up a bit. That way it's not a super long stream altogether. Plus food's a good idea at some point, so. Yeah, maybe I'll get it set up for second castle, then take a break at that point or something. We'll see. Alright, up we go. Oh, grab my shiitake here. That's something I need to do, put up links for the press start videos, especially the one that's the mock Castlevania one. Gotta show that off. Love that reference. Bad frogs and toads. Go away. Alright, sorry sword, I have to turn you off for a minute. Alright. Bad frog, go away. Yeah, I should switch weapons. Don't need to be so overpowered with this right now. Give me a sword. That'll work. Skeleton. There we go. Now we just gotta lead him over here. That should be good. You gonna throw it or what? There we go. Okay, Sega Saturn version, Skeletal Apes, not as smart. I could have easily killed him. Very slow on throwing barrels. Alright. Abandoned pit to the catacombs. So they call it different on this version instead of abandoned mines. That's interesting. Alright, let's go after Cerberus. Ow. Ah. Oh, you actually hit me twice. That's my fault for not dodging quick enough. Such an easy fight. Poor servers. Love the game, but poor servers. He should have been done a little bit meaner. Really? I thought he died. There we go. I hate how they randomly flinch just how they die to throw you off sometimes. There we go. Alright, demon. Perfect. Alright. I think you're the newest card to pop. Nope, you're fairy number 2. You're not the one I want. Are you the one I want? There we go. No introduction? Alright, fine. Guess he didn't want to say hi to us. I see how it is. Demon doesn't want to give a little intro. I know he does. I think it's a little bit different on the Saturn version where they can do it at any time, like anytime you summon them kind of deal. Well, mine does. Just gonna fly through here. Okay, you did mind. Excuse me. Alright, now you can go there.
こんなところにスイッチが。押すとするか。
Clear out this area. Got some strawberries. Alright. Back here. Come on. Nope. That was not spaced even enough. That hurt. Gotcha. Yeah, I gotta watch those vines on the floor that want to stab you to death. Yes, give me my ring. Thank you. Speaking of power, sire. Alright, let's go activate that teleporter. Ow. You take too long to kill. I'm going this way. Alright, teleport room, and then we'll go down into the catacombs. Then, yeah, I think we'll take a break once we get to the catacombs. That way I can do food and a few other things. Then we'll probably be back to streaming later tonight, most likely. Yeah, grab these real quick. Alright. So I do thank all of you for joining, and hopefully you enjoyed it. I know that this version is not the best of quality because of the version of it, so we do have some lag, but hopefully you enjoyed some of the new features so far versus some of the other versions. So there'll be more different things that we'll find later on and stuff, so we'll be back later on after I get some food and stuff. But before I go, I'll go ahead and throw up links for Discord and YouTube here in the chat. That way, anybody who isn't already a part of either or may join. So there's a Discord link and YouTube if you want to watch any past streams that are all updated up on YouTube. This one will be added later on as well, and then of course the continuation and further on. So, and then Discord, feel free to join that if you want to talk in between or meet any other cool streamers and stuff. Got lots of cool people in there, and if you got questions and stuff. So thank you all for joining, and we'll be back probably in an hour or so. We'll see. But, yep, thank you all for joining. Good night.